A deadly shooting at the Super Bowl victory rally in Kansas City. One person is dead, more than 20 others are hurt, including children. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston.
I can see people jumping the fence right now, and I'm not sure exactly where it is they are.
In just seconds, the celebration turned to terror. When shots were fired in the crowd, thousands of people started to run. Police quickly took 2 people into custody, and fans appeared to tackle a third suspect, and paramedics rushed in to help the victims.
She was on the ground, bleeding from her mouth, all over her shoulder.
A lot of shock, honestly. It's just crazy that this is what the world's come to.
Police have not shared any information about a motive at this point, and we're waiting to hear more details about the 3 people who are in custody. President Biden released a statement saying the shooting should move, shock, and shame the country into acting. He said he will again call on Congress to ban assault weapons, limit high-capacity magazines, and strengthen background checks to keep guns away from people who should not have them. Keep your umbrellas handy because there is a storm heading our way. Meteorologist Belén de Leon breaks it all down.
Hi, everyone. The dry weather is not going to last that much longer. We have rain moving back into Southern California, and it's going to be an extended period of wet weather that could bring us some big impacts. So here's what you can expect. The stormy period is expected to start late Saturday and possibly last through the middle of next week. During that time, we're going to have waves, periods of moderate to heavy rain with showers in between. Now, the rainfall amounts are so much that they have the possibility of bringing some flooding, mudslides, tree damage, and high surf at the coast. Now, we're still a few days away, and the track is still very uncertain, and that will help us determine the rain amounts. So stay tuned, plan for the wet weather on the way, and stay updated with your First Alert Weather team.
A driver wanted for carjacking and domestic violence is now in custody after a cross-country chase. Take a look at this video from News Shopper 4 Wednesday night. Police tried the pit maneuver on the 101 freeway in Encino, but the driver just kept going despite losing a tire and the car's bumper.
We may be witnessing a pit. Now, there you go. Here's another pit on the 101 North at Canyon Road. Let's see if this time
After that second pit maneuver, officers were able to box in the driver as he backed into a power pole. He was quickly arrested. Attorneys representing disgraced movie mogul Harvey Weinstein are appealing his 2020 rape conviction. They appeared before a New York judge Wednesday. Weinstein did not appear in court, but his attorneys argued that he didn't get a fair trial and requested that his conviction be dismissed. They claim the judge at the trial repeatedly made rulings that favored the prosecution. Weinstein is currently serving 23 years in prison. The city of Anaheim is working to make it easier for street vendors to get their proper permits while at the same time cracking down on those who are unlicensed. According to city leaders, all street vendors in town are operating illegally right now. Even though more and more have been popping up, none of them have the proper permits to sell food in the city. That's why code enforcement officers are out educating vendors on how to apply.
It's something that we want to make sure that the public knows what the education part and what it requires for food vendors to come into our office and apply for a permit and do it safely to serve the community.
Orange County and Anaheim city leaders say it all comes down to safety, whether it's an issue of blocking a sidewalk or food preparation. Some vendors we spoke with say the permitting process is difficult and believe they may not be approved. Millions of people take an Uber every day, and some of them accidentally leave behind a personal belonging. It happened to one Santa Barbara man, and he lost items that are irreplaceable. You'll want to remember this story and Uber's response the next time you order a ride. Here's the I-Team's Carolyn Johnson.
Ken Straka and his wife Sadia tied the knot this past December overseas. Sadia's wedding ring belonged to Ken's grandmother.
She really wanted us to have the ring to continue on the tradition.
Traveling back home, the couple stowed the ring along with Ken's wedding band and other family jewelry in Ken's backpack.
I didn't even put it in the overhead compartment. I wanted to have eyes on it the whole time.
At LAX, the couple paid an Uber driver $188 for a ride to their Santa Barbara home. Ken says he put their suitcases in the trunk and his backpack in the front passenger seat. 2 hours later, they unloaded the trunk and the driver took off.
It's one of those points where you're just standing there and it feels like you're missing something. And so then I realized very quickly that my backpack is still in the car.
Ken immediately called the driver twice, but says he didn't pick up. Ken contacted Uber. They called the driver too. Still no answer.
It was one of the feelings of dread, panic.
Ken told Uber he wanted to call the police, but Uber asked him to please allow your driver some time to respond. Eventually, Uber told Ken. The driver said he didn't have the backpack.
You almost don't know what to say.
Uber's policy is clear. It's not responsible for items left behind in a vehicle. Lyft has the same policy, but the I-team wanted more information. How many people report leaving something behind in a vehicle, and how many are reunited with their items? And what does Uber do with lost, unclaimed items?
After all, airlines collect lost items, and if they're not claimed, they're auctioned off. LA Metro does the same thing. But Uber didn't answer our questions. We also asked if Ken's driver is still on its platform. It didn't answer that either.
If you're not responsible for the driver's actions, how can anyone feel safe when you're taking Uber?
Ken's been poking around pawn shops, hoping to find his grandmother's ring.
It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
He eventually filed a police report, but hasn't received any updates.
There's no price that we could assign to those items that we lost.
His last hope is for someone to see this story and help him get his rings back.
So here are some tips when unloading bags from any rideshare or taxi. Open all the doors while you unload. Or to avoid miscommunication, you can ask the driver to get out of the car until you're sure you've unloaded everything. You might also consider using Tile Pro or AirTags to help you locate your bags if they're lost. Parts of PCH from Malibu to Ventura will close in both directions every night because of erosion from high tides and heavy rain. All lanes will be shut down between Sycamore Canyon Road and Las Posas Road during the overnight hours until further notice. Businesses that have been an integral part of their communities for 20 years or more can now apply for various benefits. It's part of the City of LA's new Legacy Business Program. The program offers funding, technical support, and promotional activities. Eligible businesses will also be able to apply for grants up to $20,000. The application for that funding will open later this year, and priority will be given to businesses facing challenges like gentrification, steep lease increases, and other threats to their sustainability. You can find more information and the application on the City of LA's website. Some Apple customers are already returning their Vision Pro headsets. Discomfort is being cited as their biggest reason for the returns. People have said the device gives them headaches and triggers motion sickness. The weight of the Vision Pro, which is mostly front-loaded, has been another big complaint. And people also say the headset does not offer enough productivity relative to its $3,500 price tag. Apple allows you to return any product within 14 days of purchase. The director of the new Joker movie shared 3 new stills of actors Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix on his Instagram page. Take a look. So in the first one, Phoenix is seen in the Joker's signature makeup while standing beside Gaga. Another one shows Gaga smiling as she touches noses with Phoenix on set. And then the final image captures the fictional couple slow dancing in each other's arms. In the caption, director Todd Phillips wrote, "Hoping your day is full of love," with the film's release date October 4th. Dropping lots of hints there, I see. Well, a couple of Southern California hip-hop icons are back with a brand new collaboration. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre have gotten back together to create a new line of pre-mixed cocktails called, what else? Gin and Juice. They're, of course, named after Snoop's hit song from 1993. The premium gin-based beverages come in 4 flavors, so you have apricot, citrus, melon, and passion fruit. You should start seeing them in stores sometime early this spring. In Long Beach, there was a special place offering Valentine's Day weddings for only $14. NBC4's McCalla Medina shows us some of the folks who said, "I do."
We've been ready for a while, and she's really happy. She's been wanting me to marry her for a long time, but I wanted to hold off to get a better ring, better wedding, all this, and she convinced me. She really did.
By the power vested in me on Valentine's Day, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
And there you have it, Mr. and Mr. Palomares of Long Beach walking down as husband and wife for the very first time. They are happy to get married on this holiday. They say they will never forget it. Quick wedding, one that certainly is very exciting for the family and, of course, for the couple who are tying the knot here. Such a cute thing to see, honestly, on Valentine's Day. If you're not a relationship person, this is wedding number 8 for me. Made me a relationship person.
In Long Beach, I'm McCollum with you at NBC4 News.
Very nice. Congratulations. Long Beach wasn't the only place where love was also in the air. A lot of people got married on Valentine's Day. The LA County Registrar Recorder reposted this video of couples saying "I do." The county office performs about 30 weddings on a typical day, but on Valentine's Day, they did nearly 80 at the Norwalk headquarters. Very nice. The community delivered on Children's Hospital's LA's request to send Valentine's Day cards to their young patients. The hospital received 40,000 cards. The children were so happy to get them. The kids also got toys, including stuffed animals, balloons, and other treats. Well, one stuffed animal had a great vacation after a family accidentally forgot him at a hotel. He had quite the journey. So a Holiday Inn Express in Virginia had some fun snapping photos with the toddler's plushie after the dad told staff that the toy was left behind. So the pup was able to explore the hotel a little bit like a true adventurer. The dad posted these photos online, sharing the pup at the front desk and then over in the exercise room and greeting guests. The boy's dad said his 4-year-old was really missing his snuggle puppy until he saw the photos and until the hotel sent the puppy back. It had a nice vacation, didn't it? Just all over the place. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app at our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.